Thank you to our sponsor, Shipstation. When you use Shipstation, you can lower shipping costs, make returns easy, and keep your customers happy. And with all the time you save from automating your shipping tasks, you can keep your business growing all year long. Keep growing your business all year long with Shipstation. Use promo code JIM today at shipstation.com and sign up for a free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com, promo code JIM. High and dry. Is it on Netflix? It is. It's already out. You should have already watched it. The special's out. Changed comedy as we know it. Yeah, I have to stay indoors because all the people wanting to put me in parades and whatnot. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the I Don't Know About That podcast. As I said, my special's out, so it was a funny, cute way of plugging it without actually plugging it. But go watch that. And also, if you're coming, the UK tour is all but sold out. It's very, very close to sold out. We added a show in Manchester. We added a show in London. I'm here with a regular group of people that we always have here. I can't remember their names. And how are you all going?
Fantastic.
Great.
Well, it sounds like you all want to be here. Well,
We do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're excited.
okay, you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, what shows you got coming up for us?
I will be at the Comedy Cellar.
In Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas
Thank
one.
you for saying that. Yeah.
Don't go down to the one in New York because Forrest won't be there.
I'm only going to be there a couple days in March. It's March 4th and 5th, I believe. I'll tell you right now. But I'll be there March 4th and 5th. And then I got a bunch of shows around LA and stuff. But then I'm going to be in Europe with some guy.
Yeah, we're going around Europe. Milan is picked up in the sales. We were teasing Milan. It's going gangbusters now. And I don't do much press, but because Milan was a bit slow, I did Italian Rolling Stone.
Oh.
They have their own Rolling Stones.
They have their own Rolling Stones, yeah. Yeah, I did that. I don't think I got the cover.
Yeah, what do they talk about? Like, why is it an Italian? I don't even know any Italian. Is it just the new version of When the Moon Hits Your Eye?
They got lots of Italian rock bands. You know all the big Italian rock bands?
Yeah, who?
Giuseppe and the Meatballs.
I don't know that.
They were an older band. They rivaled the Beatles. They were the Beatles of Italy.
Led Zeppelini.
Led Zeppelini.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
They're all Steenies.
Yeah. Madonna, the actual idol.
Okay. Sure.
Anyone seen Madonna's face lately? Like, I don't like to shame people. Is she saying that it's people slut-shaming and ageism?
I don't know about that.
We can't comment that she looks like one of those characters from the Dark Crystal.
Fucking weird, man.
Seen her.
She looks... Just go to her
bad
Instagram. Go to her Instagram with her own
She
filters.
looks different. It's not like she's older. I'm not saying, wow, she's old. She looks odd.
Because she's probably gotten a lot of work.
You think? Maybe a little bit of work.
I haven't
Maybe
seen her
a
yet,
little bit of
so
work.
let me-
Yeah, take a look,
She's
see.
our new Michael Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Not good. Like a surgeon.
She looks like...
that wasn't a weird
She
outside.
looks
weird
like
operator,
if you got the Cowardly Lion and shaved him down.
Oh my!
You've heard it here first. You know when he's like this, like that. That's what I reckon. Madonna's like a virgin. She can't sing with that face like a virgin.
It's a little bit jigsaw.
Whoa.
It's a little bit jigsaw.
Yeah.
She could do that for Halloween tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh God, my brother used to love Madonna.
Hope she's doing well.
Doesn't he still like her?
He doesn't admit to it anymore, but he liked Madonna.
He was the president of the fan club.
He loved Madonna. Loved Madonna. So we got Madonna's looking weird. Any other artists that we want to poke fun at for their plastic
We
surgery?
don't really need to. It's just the intro of the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just going to promote your shows.
Bit of fun. We got some shows. Madonna looks like a Cowardly Lion shaved down.
Are there any other shows you want people to come out to on the tour?
Nah.
Everything else is selling fine?
Everything's selling fine.
Milan's the only one we got to...
But look, if you're living in Europe, if you're a European person, you come out and see me. I'll come into a country near you.
Except for France.
I'll tell you what Lisbon in Portugal needs a bit of... It's a big room. It's like a 5,000 seater.
Yeah.
And it's half sold. So there's still like 2,500. So if you want to come and see me in Lisbon...
Yeah.
I've never been to Portugal.
I heard Portugal's fun, man.
I love the chicken.
Yeah.
I've been to Spain. I know it's not the same country, but they're right next door to each other.
Speak a different language.
They do indeed. But I've enjoyed Nando's, and I know that's from South Africa.
All you're going by is the chicken.
Yeah, I like the chicken. Portuguese chicken's very popular in Australia, so I'm looking forward to the Portuguese chicken, and I hope it's exactly the same as the stuff in Australia.
I think it'll be different for some reason. Now, I heard there's a lot of cool stuff to do. Like
What are you looking forward to in Europe?
Iceland.
Yeah, I know. Forrest is obsessed with Iceland.
Yeah.
He says, since I've been a small boy,
I
I've
didn't
dreamed
say
of
small
going.
boy. I didn't. Not small boy. But.
Well, I was being nice. I'm assuming you've never been small since you were younger, right? Everything since you were younger. So how long have you been dreaming of Iceland?
When you say dreaming, I don't know if dreaming
You're a
is
single man. Are you going to pick
How
up
long
in
have you
Iceland?
wanted to go there?
a long time.
Okay.
In
I'll
fact,
go visit the elves with you, the little cottages.
Are you basing this on
That's real.
Eurovision?
I love that movie, Eurovision. I love
Yeah.
it. But they do have that. That's a real thing. You can go give the elves little things.
I mean, I want to see all that stuff. I want to see any of that weird stuff, but I also want to see the natural. I mean, because even the natural areas, there's just things that only exist in Iceland that only look like that.
Do you know they have a dating app there that you can put in all your details to find out if you're fucking a cousin or not? Because it's such a small population.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
No, I did not know.
Yeah, so everyone's sort of, there's like 10 families. It's a very small place, and they're all sort of like, hello, Lars. Oh, no, not like that.
Björk.
Right? Yeah. So, Forrest, you're going to come in here with your new gene pool. They're all going to be all over you like a fat kid on a cupcake. They're going to fucking go you. You're going to have so many blonde Icelandic people wanting to blow you. It'll be unbelievable. I'm just looking forward to sitting and watching it all happen.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, but
Supportive friend.
All right, so if you're Icelandic and you're coming to the show and you'd like a gruff American guy, I've got the guy for you. Start direct messaging Forrest Shaw from Iceland.
Look, this worked for me. Last time you told people to direct message, I got a bunch.
I did this. I'm the wingman. I don't move or talk to people. I just say it on podcasts. I'm the podcast wingman. And you want to get laid, Kelly? I'll sort you out.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Do not DM Kelly.
Yeah, don't DM Kelly unless you really think you have something to say.
Yes, yeah.
And then give it a go.
so Iceland, I'm excited to go there, and then
We're going to Italy a day earlier. Me and
I've never
Forrest.
been to Italy ever, so that'll be cool.
I hear the pasta's good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Milan, the height of fashion.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
Love fashion.
You know me.
Yeah.
You have
Gonna get a
Velcro
new
Nike.
taco
You know what they say
t-shirt
about
from
me?
Italy.
What do they say?
They don't say anything.
They say there's a lot of different T-shirts, and they're all a bit of fun.
Yeah, and hats.
Yeah, hats and T-shirts.
I'm gonna get a Gucci hat. What else do they make there?
I once had sex. I once had sex with a girl in Italy. I once had sex with a girl in Italy when I was about 20 years old or 21 years old, and I was traveling around. I was in Italy, and I had sex with her, and I based everything. I must have been 22 then. 21. I based everything I said to her, I got from Life is Beautiful. So I knew how to say Buongiorno Principessa, Io mi chiamo Jim, right? Which was enough to get me, hello princess, my name's Jim. And I was better looking back then. And so she was like, see, blah, 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 blah. And then we sort of, it was loud music so we couldn't hear. And then I think there was drugs or there's definitely alcohol. You know, there was definitely alcohol, so we drank. And then afterwards, we had sex, and we were still sort of hanging out in the room. But, like, when you see people who, like, the international language of love is a load of bullshit. Because when you're laying with a person who can't speak English, and you can't speak their English, you're like a couple of morons.
Right, yeah.
Just looking at each other like, and I was like, blue? Blue. And she's like, see, blue. And I'm like, yeah, blue. Oh, God. Now we're running out of things.
Good kids TV show really fast.
TV!
Portuguese chicken. All right. Ben Salem, Pennsylvania, Windsor, Ontario this weekend.
Sold out.
Okay, don't worry about it. Just go out and stand outside.
But look, we always throw 50 tickets on the day. So if you want to come along, you come, but it's sold out.
Go to jimjefferies.com. You can check out all the shows that are in England, Ireland, Scotland, all the European tour. And then after that, there's a couple gigs in Vegas and Reno and Santa Rosa, California.
Oh, yeah.
Check
I
that
got
out.
European, I got American gigs I have to do.
Yeah. But go to that. Then IDCat on Instagram, IDCat Podcast on Instagram, actually. That's how you go. Follow us on there.
Yeah,
There's way more people listening to us.
And the
Follow us.
Patreon's been a lot of fun of late. So,
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God,
go
man.
there.
Patreon.com/IDCat.
All right, let's do some ads.
In a landscape where free and fast shipping is the norm, It can be hard for smaller e-commerce business to compete. Keep yourself competitive with Shipstation. When you use Shipstation, you can lower shipping costs, make returns easy, and keep your customers happy. And with all the time you save automating your shipping tasks, you can keep your business growing all year long. Running a business can be stressful, but using Shipstation isn't. And right now, they've got a free trial and a quick setup. So if you've been on the fence, now's the time to check out Shipstation. Shipstation makes it... Oh, it's a new thing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can go on with the sentence.
Oh, okay. Shipstation makes it easy to grow your business by handling your orders in every marketplace in one dashboard. Shipstation effortlessly integrates everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. Manage every order from one simple dashboard, automate routine shipping tasks, print shipping labels, easily compare rates and delivery times to optimize every shipment, and automate delivery notifications. And with enterprise solutions that make warehouse optimization easy, ShipStation scales when you do. ShipStation scales when you do.
What's happening?
Keep growing your business all year long with the ShipStation. Yeah, use promo code Jim today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, promo code Jim. I have to make Jack come home with me because I can't figure out how to send my cum back in a cup.
Is this the ad still?
No,
Yeah, but that's a true thing.
that's just truth.
Okay. All right, please welcome our guest, Brett Tippie.
Hello, Brett. Now it's time to play.
Yes, though. Yes, though. Yes, though. Yes, though. Judging a book by its cover.
All right, so it's going to be difficult for me to see Brett, but I saw Brett before. Here we go. Here's Brett. He's got artwork behind him. He might be an artist, but I recognise you from... Are you an actor, Brett?
Am I allowed to answer yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
or no,
You
yes
say
or
whatever
no.
you want, yeah.
No.
No, what was the...
Yeah.
No, like you either are or you aren't.
I mean, I've always tried to be a comedian, but they won't take me seriously.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brett does like to tell jokes. In our pre-interview, he told us a lot of jokes. I'm not going to say they were good. I'm not going to say they were bad, but they were jokes.
They were there. They exist in the world.
Yeah.
So, Brett, do you work in entertainment?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Is this a topic that is taught in school?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
This is something I'm thinking you've never done, but you've done something similar to it.
Oh.
It's like there's a world of this activity, and this is a subset of that world. Yeah, but I don't think
yes.
you've done the
Nice word.
subset. You've done the activity, but not the subset of this activity. Does that help you at all?
No. Is it something physical? Is it a physical activity?
yeah.
Is it something that people do for fun?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Something that people do for fun. Is it skydiving?
No.
No.
But it is extreme.
You're on the right path.
Bungee jumping?
Well,
No.
get on a path.
All right.
That's a real stretch.
Because of the bungee, you
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Get used to this.
He knows what he's doing.
Kelly and I were on a Zoom with him for 15 minutes yesterday. Get used to
Is
this.
it hang gliding?
No.
No.
All right, I give up.
It's okay. It's something you do on the ground. I think I don't know. I don't even know if you've ever done this, but your son does this.
You teach your kid how to do it.
Yeah.
What?
If you learn this, you never forget.
Once you learn.
I'll ride a bike.
Bike. Yeah.
Yeah, I've ridden a bike.
I know you've ridden a bike, but we're talking about mountain biking.
I've ridden mountain bikes.
You've
I've
gone
done-
mountain biking down a mountain?
I've done things. I'm Australian. I've done that.
Down a mountain?
In my early, in like 18, 19.
Okay,
yeah,
I
I've
didn't
done
know.
that.
I don't
this.
picture you mountain biking. You don't.
I've done
yeah,
things.
yeah. Okay.
I'm quite a good bike rider.
All right. Let me
I
introduce.
can pop a wheelie. I don't know if I can now, but I
try.
could back in the day on a BMX.
Brett Tippie is a Canadian dual sport athlete in mountain biking and snowboarding, hailing from Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. He was a pioneer in the sport of freeride mountain biking during the 80s and 90s and is considered one of the godfathers of freeride. Brett was inducted into the Mountain Bike Hall of Fame in 2010. Brett Tippie is the lead reporter and web host for pinkbike.com, the largest mountain bike and action sports website in the world, where he covers exclusive events like Crankworx, Sea Otter, Red Bull Rampage, World Championships, and many more. You can find him on Instagram at Brett Tippie, which is BRETT, another TIPPIE, and then on YouTube, Brett Tippie Official, or on Facebook, Brett Tippie Official. Thanks for being here, Brett. Let us know a little bit more about your life and mountain biking in general.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm Canadian, and I've been snowboarding and mountain biking since 1983. So I guess like 40 plus years.
Wow.
And still addicted, but I'm not jumping off cliffs quite as big as I used to. So I'm doing a lot of like announcing and doing some hosting for webisodes and basically a little more work on the mic. But still, I'm actually the second oldest pro mountain biker, still making a living from riding bikes. But I mix it in with a little bit of coaching, a little bit of guiding, a little bit of work on the mic, and still in the game somehow. And I can't seem to get enough.
Do you know a mountain biker called Nikki Gudex?
She's gorgeous. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, she was in the year below me at school. She was all right.
Really?
Yeah, Nikki.
Wait, she was what?
Oh, no way.
We went to high school together. She wouldn't have had a
Wow.
bar on me in high school. No. But I had a big crush on Nikki Gudex.
Oh,
Yeah,
we all had a big crush on Nikki Gudex when she was on the World Cup.
All right, is she still going?
No, she's not still racing, but I've seen her Instagram kind of recently, and she still looks hot.
Yeah.
Thank
you
God.
You just stumbled on it by accident, did you, mate?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like at 1:30 in the morning. Hey, you can't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone you love.
Oh, I went to school with her. Hello. I remember her mum. Hello, Mrs. Gudex.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask Jim some questions about mountain biking, and he's going to crush it.
I know Nikki Gudex. I just threw a name
Just
out
gotta
there.
keep saying her name.
That's got to be worth the
She's
point.
got a point for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nikki Gudex. I don't
That
know
is
who
one point. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good name drop.
Yeah.
At the end of him answering these questions, Brett, you're going to grade him as accuracy 0 through 10. Kelly's going to grade him on confidence. I'm going to grade him on Cetero. Add all the scores together. If 21 through 30, KOM stands for King of the Mountain.
All right.
These are just terms I looked up, by the way, Brett. I don't even know if these are real terms.
Right. Well, no, that's quite accurate, actually.
Okay.
Before you start, did you get the questions I just emailed you? Because they're a little spicier.
Oh, yeah.
Those terms?
Spicier.
These
Yeah,
ter-
the phrases?
Yeah, I was going to do those at the end of the questions.
Okay,
I'll ask him a
okay,
few of
good.
those and we can just talk about it. Yeah.
Spicier. We made this sexual.
I can't even wait to see where Jim goes with this.
Yeah, we take the bike seat off and you just go down the hill.
I feel like we make every topic sexual somehow.
Yeah,
anyway.
That's true.
So 21 through 30, KOM, you're King of the Mountain. If you scores tally 11 through 20, Italian pit stop. Do you know what that is?
Nah,
I looked it up.
I'm going to go bad.
It's when
That
the
was my name
fastest
in
members
college.
on a group ride take a break on the trail, and then when the slowest rider rolls up, they take off.
And then they stop and eat bread and cheese with some cured meat.
And then 0 through 10, you're a wonky clunker.
Alright.
You get what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. When was the first mountain bike mass produced?
Although they were around when I was a kid. I don't remember. I remember them sort of coming in, sort of into vogue more. I'm going to say 1978.
All right. What percentage of the U.S. participates annually in mountain biking?
What percentage of the U.S.,
Yeah.
like out of our whole population?
Yeah.
1%.
1%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Participate like on an elite
just,
level?
No, they don't have to be like professional, but like they've gone out onto a trail and mountain bike
Oh, okay.
annually every year. Like you didn't do it last year. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
5%.
Okay. Is mountain biking an Olympic sport?
No.
Okay. What
That would
was
sound like the wrong answer. Then.
this is a general bike question. What was the original bicycle called? Do you know that?
The penny farthing.
Okay. What advanced
That was the first one, right?
I don't know.
The penny farthing, that one where they didn't figure out the crank, so they went, well, how can we make this big wheel move?
Big
and
wheel.
you could have the crank on the big wheel. Like they didn't invent chains yet, so they had the big wheel and a
know.
little wheel at the back.
I don't know.
Bring them back, I reckon.
What advance
I
in
agree.
technology made changing gears on mountain bikes easier?
What advance in technology?
Yeah.
It would have been having the gears on the thing there and having the
What is all that called?
No, there's also multiple choice answers. here.
yeah. I'm going to say it's when they got the actual disc that rotates that the chain's on when they started putting multiple discs.
Okay. What are the different disciplines of mountain biking?
Uphill, downhill, flat, and through trees.
I think you probably get some points there. I don't know, because through trees is a good one.
Your tree sounds hard.
What is free ride mountain biking? And keeping in mind, I said Brett is known as the pioneer in the sport, one of the godfathers of free ride.
I would say that free riding isn't a race as such, but free riding would be like for style points and stuff like that. So how smoothly you can get down. You'd probably be there'd be a judge scorement on the judge score on the free riding, where the other riding would be purely time based.
Do you know anything else about it? Like who started it, when it started, free riding, or?
Nikki Gudek started it after she left St Ives High. She would have graduated in 1993. So 1994, Nikki Gudek's.
And where?
Final answer.
Okay.
Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy comes back into the podcast. All right. Who is the best free rider?
It'd be Brett, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
In his day. Not now. He just sems to coach and do
commentary. To be fair, I think Brett put this question in there, so
I think it's going to be Brett.
How do free ride mountain bikes differ from regular bicycles or racing mountain bikes?
I assume they probably have a bit more suspension.
Okay. This next question we'll get to that others. What's best to wear while free riding?
Helmet.
Yeah.
Pads of all that type of stuff, and then like a light type of airy top, like a Hawaiian shirt, or like a muumuu, or a kaftan.
Okay.
But not a long muumuu or a kaftan, because you got the chains and the bike. So short muumuu.
Short muumuu. Okay. What is the Red Bull Rampage?
Red Bull, they like to sponsor anything that's extreme.
The Red Bull Rampage.
It would be a big race once a year sponsored by Red Bull.
When did the off-road racing start? Do you know?
That was in the summer of '82.
Okay. You sounded pretty confident. They should guess. What kind of injuries are common?
Leg breaks.
That one. That's for mountain biking.
Yeah, limb breakage. Limbs will break.
Did you know this was for mountain biking?
Yeah. Oh, well, of course. I always thought you just tried to kill yourself.
You think I slit my arm?
Yeah, I thought I'd better not ask him any questions. He's a self-harmer.
I assumed it was a
He's
shark.
Obviously going through things.
Wait, you thought this was a shark?
Why not? You're an ocean man.
Sure. Okay, it's mountain
I
bike.
thought it was
You
you.
think
mountain
if
bike
Forrest
accident.
got
I thought it
bit by a
was
shark, we
you,
wouldn't
bloody,
hear about it
putting
once
on
a
your.
month?
your
Well, we haven't
your-
heard about the mountain bike yet.
All right, so what was the question? What injuries? Limb breakage, skull crackage,
Yeah, a lot of crackage.
and ankle bending.
That's it?
Yeah, they're the big ones.
No emotional?
But there can also be wheelchairs and stuff like that. You go over the top of the handlebars. It's a very dangerous sport, the mountain biking.
What were the Repack races?
The Repack races.
Yeah. Repack, R-E-P-A-C-K.
Well, they followed the pack races, and they were the people who were eliminated from the pack. And they got to repack, and it was it's like when you're in like a game show, and it's like you've been out, you get to go to second kitchen and see if you can cook your way back in. Right. That's what the repack races are.
Yeah. My favorite part of this podcast is when you make up an answer and then you think of something like, oh, here's a good example. And you get excited about it. I can tell right there. It's like the kitchen. All right, a couple more questions. How has BMX influenced mountain biking?
Well, the movie BMX Bandits.
Yeah, I know. We did a BMX episode.
Yeah, which is one of the most important of all the movies. BMX was like, they started showing stunts, like jumping off and all type of stuff. So people sort of wanted to make these hybrid mountain bike, BMX bikes, so they could also go down a mountain. But a BMX does not have gears historically. And so they thought, what we'll do is we'll make a BMX but with gears and suspension.
But how did it influence it?
Well, the tricks.
Okay. What is the speed record for mountain bikes in miles per hour?
What, like on a flat surface?
No,
or
they're gonna be going down a hill, I'm assuming.
They're going down a hill.
I would assume, yeah.
That would have been Simon Buckley in 92.
Yeah.
The fall of, which was weird because there were so many leaves on the ground, and you think that would actually give resistance, but not for the buck man. And he went down at
Miles per hour.
98 miles an hour.
Wow.
We still haven't cracked the 100. We're trying. People get close to the Buckman, 94s and stuff like that. But you got to understand, with the equipment he was using in the time that he had it, it's still a remarkable feat.
What are clunkers? This is with a K. K-L-U-N-K-E-R-Z. Clunkers.
Clunkers.
Yeah.
They're rocks women shove up their pussies.
How does that even make sense?
Yeah, because they walk along and they fall out. Clunk.
Okay.
You got a couple of clunkers in there, love.
Doesn't even. Why would they do that?
Pussy rocks.
What's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow. sells
Yeah,
them.
she has clunkers. She sells clunkers on her site.
Okay.
It makes your floor good and strong. But if they fall out, they're clunkers.
Unless you have a tile, then you can crack it. All right, last question. What's the longest recorded dirt jump distance?
Oh wow! Yeah, off the thing. I'd say it'd be a big ramp, but dirt. It's not the big ramp like off the X Games, is it? It's just a dirt ramp.
Yeah, this is out.
36 meters.
36 meters, so about 100 feet, 120 feet, something. Okay. Brett, how did Jim do on his knowledge of mountain biking? 0 through 10. 10's the best.
18 questions. He's got
Wow, you really?
7 wrong.
Really?
That's not bad.
Fucking
So
boom.
11 out of 18.
11
So
out
I'll
of
give him
18.
a 7.
I'm
Seven.
surprised by that.
All
Seems
day, every
seems like
day.
there was a lot more, but okay.
Nicky
You're the
Gudex.
expert. How do you do on confidence?
In the beginning, we were not super confident, but once we got to Simon Buckley and his, the way he changed the game
speed.
for mountain biking,
Yeah.
you brought you up to a 9.2.
Wow, 16.2. All right, you know what? Give you 10. King of the mountain. You're in the 20s.
Call me
KOM.
King of the Mountain.
King of the mountain.
Is that song big, Brett, in the bicycling era from Midnight Oil's King of the Mountain?
I've heard it played in the bars, but
Aye.
usually the older bars.
Oh, are there bars for mountain bike folk where you all come around and you drink water and you Powerades and all that sort of stuff? Or is there a big drinking culture in the mountain bike culture?
Oh, there's big drinking culture. Yeah, lots of drugs, lots of drinking with the free ride crew. More of the racing crew are more athletes. They drink the water, and all the free riders are full partiers. So places like Whistler, there's more bars than there is hotels.
Yeah. You just flip your vision mirror up.
You know what they say?
While you're riding.
Alcoholics go to meetings and drunks go to parties.
That's true. That. I always consider myself a drunk, not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's all relative.
All right, Brett, when was the first mountain bike mass produced? Jim said 1978. Is that close?
3 years off. It was 1981 by a fellow named Mike Sinyard who started Specialized, and the model was called a stump jumper. And I actually had a buddy who got one of those, and that's when I started mountain biking. I tried it in 1981.
That is what I broke my arm on, a stump jumper. I had a Specialized stump jumper, but they had different versions of it through time. Yeah.
I can't imagine you on a
Levels of
stump
builds,
jumper.
and they still make them today, but they're obviously improved. But that was the original mass-produced mountain bike. Although there was a guy named Joe Breeze who,
The Breeze Man. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention him.
the Breeze man made a bike earlier than that, like 78, when Jim said, but he didn't mass-produce them. And there was a fellow.
That's what I was getting mixed up about.
Who was it? It was Tom Ritchie, and he started a company, and he made 300 to 400 bikes in his first year in '79. But Mike Sinyard, made them mass-produced on the assembly line and really cranked it out there. Now Specialized is a multi-million-dollar company.
Is there a patent on the mountain bikes? Because it feels like all the companies make them now, or is it not that way?
No,
like, does Mongoose
There's
make one? Does
patents
Haro
on
make one?
certain like types of suspension or certain designs of specific parts of the bike, but you can't patent the whole bike. But you can patent a style of suspension, like the suspension that I use on a YT Industries is a 4-bar, which means it has 4 points that pivot, and you can patent specific little parts.
Do they still have the sissy bar? Did you call it that in America? The
Sissy bar.
The girl,
like the
the
backrest?
girl's bit that goes down like that on a girl's bike. It doesn't have the cross that, so the dress can hang in.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that never made sense to me because the guys needed that because your balls. You didn't want
No,
to
because you're on the seat.
Yeah,
But when you crashed, but that gave you more room to fall and hurt your balls even more. Mm-hmm. But it just
It's funny you mention that because a lot of the designs now have that incorporated into it, and there is a bit of a V-valley shape that will save your balls from getting hammered on the top tube. It's called, and
That's a clunker. Is that a
yeah,
clunker?
we've all clunked our balls hard on the top tube or the stem.
Is
or
that
the
a
handlebars
clunker? Did I just
on
guess
everything.
a clunker? Smashing your balls on the bar?
Well, what's a clunker? Is it when women shove up their pussies, or is it what Jim just said?
They don't shove it. I was a bit crash just then. They place them in their pussies.
Okay. What is a clunker?
A clunker is one of the original mountain bikes that were R&D'd by the crew from Marin County, which is like the birthplace of mountain biking in the world in California. And they took 1930s cruisers and put fat tires on them and eventually gears and stronger brakes. And they made early mountain bikes, which were affectionately called clunkers. And they rode them down a track called the Repack, which is one of the next questions.
Oh, yeah, you can get to that.
Called it the Repack. Can I say that now?
Yeah.
Repack to Mount Baldy,
Yeah.
And so with the technology they had back then, they had to repack the bearings every run to go biking. So they had to repack the bearings full of grease. And so they just called it the Repack.
Every time they had to do that?
Every run.
Oh, well, that's very inconvenient. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I actually had a very cool opportunity to go ride with the original clunkers, Otis Guy and Charlie Kelly and Joe Breeze. And they took bikes off the shelf at the museum in Marin, and they wore their same clothes that they wore in the 70s, no helmets, and we rode the Repack, the original downhill race. Myself and Hans Ray rode with them, and we had like electric mountain bikes with like hydraulic gears and all the stuff, and we're riding with these old legends on their original bikes that they dusted off from the shelf in the museum for a little video that we're making.
How do you have an electric one? No, it sounds like cheating, having an electric one.
Oh, it's full cheating, but it's only cheating if it's a race.
Yeah, if you're just out there for
but
fun.
then just get a motorbike. Or just drive to the top of the hill and drive
when
back
you're going
down.
downhill, you're not going electric, right? Just uphill.
No, then you're coasting. Yeah, I only use when you pedal, the tiny little electric engine kicks in and saves energy, and you get to go twice as far. But when you're going downhill, it's the same as a regular bike.
And those guys, is that Marin Bicycles? That's the same people that started Marin Bicycles?
Well, no, it's in the county of Marin, but Marin is a specific brand.
Yeah.
And this Repack downhill was in Marin County, which is just out of San Francisco.
Now, the Mountain Bike Hall of Fame, which you're a member of, is that a real place, or is it in the hearts and minds of children everywhere? Is it on the top?
No, it's actually it's a really cool building, and they have so many sick old bikes, like the original mountain bikes, bicycles that were, like the precursor to a mountain bike, like a fat tired cruiser. And like modified BMXs, and then they've got current world champion bikes. And
are you on a plaque, or is there a statue of you? Is there a shrine?
No, there should be though. I think I got a helmet in there.
Is there every time that someone gets inducted into the Hall of Fame? Is there a big debate like, "Oh, how has Mickey Lewis not gotten in? This is bullshit."
Totally. There's like you have to get what's the word? Nominated. You have to get nominated. And then people vote on it. And there's people that are in there that, might be a private boys club because they know somebody or they're popular. But some people are very skilled that aren't in there. And
I think Jim's dying, by the way. I think Jim's dying during this.
Jim was so offended that you didn't know that he mountain biked, but I just
had my own saliva go down the wrong windpipe.
Extreme sports.
The wrong windpipe. The only windpipe.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm ready.
First drink?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for extreme mountain biking. Do you ever do? I do that like laying in bed. It goes down the wrong thing, and I wake up coughing. My wife thinks that I'm like really fragile human being.
Yeah, two-hole system. I've talked about this on stage.
Do you ever bite your tongue in your sleep?
No.
That's a kind of a thing if you bite your tongue in your sleep, because you wake up sore and feeling stupid. It's a double whammy. You're like, I must be the dumbest animal on this earth. I've just bitten my own tongue.
I've done the one where you get acid reflux, then you wake up.
Have you woken up with cramps in your legs yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that just happened to you recently?
Yeah, that was my first one.
I'm a veteran in that scenario.
Yeah, I rang up Forrest. I said, I had a cramp while sleeping. He's like, get
ready. Join the club.
Yeah, that's how you wake up.
Brett, what percentage of the U.S. participates annually in mountain biking? Jim said 5%.
It's 10%.
10%.
Yeah, but in a meaningful way.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I might. You did it the other day in Hawaii. That doesn't mean you're participating in mountain biking.
Of course it does. I did it. I went down a volcano.
Yeah, but in a toured guide.
No, it wasn't. They take you up and they let you off on your own.
No, I wasn't there.
I think that qualifies.
Yeah. I went down a volcano in Maui, and they drive you up there, and then you go down on your own. Now, it wasn't like any like free riding or off roading like that, but we were in mountain bikes, and you really have to feather the brakes down that thing, or else it's gonna be tough. But yeah,
because it's loose and dry, eh? It's all like
it was rough,
powdery.
And I don't mountain bike as much as I used to, and thought I was gonna die. All right.
That was just going
40
downhill.
million people in the States casually have mountain bikes.
Yeah.
But, to be honest, like Jim's probably right. 5% would probably be the more hardcore crew. Yeah. So I think we're both right. So I think we'll give him the point.
Yeah.
Because I did it one time. I don't do it as much as I used to, but one of the last times I did the. Well, this is the next question. I'll do. Is mountain biking an Olympic sport? Jim said no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Well, not in all forms, eh?
It is actually only Olympic sport in cross country, which is only one small microcosm of mountain biking. That's like the fitness side of mountain biking. That's like the guys who are like marathon racers.
So when did it get into the Olympics? I don't remember seeing this in the Olympics. When did it get in the Olympics?
The first year was 1996 in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say
it was won by Bart Brengens from the Netherlands, and Thomas Fischnet, who was supposed to win, got silver. He's from Switzerland.
So you competed in the Olympics?
Martinez, got third. And one of my friends from my hometown, she got the silver medal in the women's. And there was a very attractive Italian girl who always wore gold shiny shorts. That was her trademark. Yeah. And she won. And then Alison Sidor, my friend, was the silver medalist right behind her. And third was
must have been a good view.
Susan Gimatte.
I know. I don't know why you mentioned the shorts, Brett.
There's an Italian woman in gold shorts.
She was like, she had a killer body, and she had these gold shiny shorts.
Yeah.
And it was her trademark, and I had to mention it because
there's no canceling in the mountain bike community.
What's her name? I want to see these shorts. I'll tell you if they're any good.
Paola Pezza.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Paola Pezza.
Paola
Pezza.
Paola.
Okay, Jack, this is your job.
ZZO.
Shorts. Put in shorts after her name.
Yeah, let me have a look at this. Paola Pezza. Jack's got porn on his computer. It just showed up in his recent thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. You're a young man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with her. Yeah, get a picture up. Oh, yeah, that's the front cleavage one there. That's something else. I'm like, there she is. Yeah, Paola. Yeah, she deserves the gold just for the outfit.
Right.
I believe
that's only one side of mountain biking. Like, I think downhill should be in the Olympics because it's so exciting.
Not every country is going to have good hills.
That's true. That's a good point, and that you need enough certain vertical feet to qualify to have a downhill. So
yeah, like what if the Olympics were in Edmonton? Right, Edmonton's very flat. There's no hills. You couldn't do it there.
They're never going to have the Summer Olympics in Edmonton.
Oh, they shouldn't have anything in Edmonton.
Yeah.
The Mosquito Olympics.
There you go.
Hello to our listeners from Edmonton.
I did that Atlanta course. It's outside of Atlanta, right? In that like German area, that Germantown area.
Germantown in Atlanta?
There's like a German-themed town. I forget what it's called.
Never heard of it.
They shot an episode of Atlanta there, too.
Huh. Jack's from Atlanta. You never heard of it. Doesn't happen.
They shot an episode of Atlanta where it's all German or Dutch or something like that.
No. What you think is white supremacists. They got plenty of them down there.
Yeah, we got those.
I'll get you the name of the town. But look
at all these Germans with their tiki torches.
My friend got married there, and then I took his mountain bike, and I went on the course that they said was the one for the Atlanta Olympics. I don't know. And did
you make it? Did you do the whole course?
I did the whole thing. Not as fast as I'm sure you did or any of the competitors, but I thought a bear was chasing me at one point, but I don't think it was a bear in the end.
So you competed, Brett? You competed in the Olympics, correct?
No, I did not. No, I was always a free rider, which meant I didn't compete in mountain biking. So I was always into jumping off cliffs, riding steeps, just jumping off buildings. Having fun. Although I competed on the World Cup snowboarding, and I missed the Olympics by a quarter of a second, right? By 0.2 of a second, actually. Well, my buddy went on to win the gold medal.
Yeah, but we're not talking about snowboarding. I don't want to hear about your snowboarding. I've done a lot of good things. It's not about this podcast.
We might do an episode with snowboarding sometime.
So
let's talk about free riding then. What is free ride mountain biking? Jim said it's how smooth you go. judges score.
He's correct. Yeah, he nailed it. It's not being on the clock. So myself and two friends were the first professional free riders in the world. We were the first riders to get paid not to race. So everyone at that point that was a professional free rider had to be on the clock, had to go fast, and we were just meant to like be yahoos and get people to want to buy the bikes that we rode because they handled big cliff drops and did all the gnarly stuff.
Wait, so you're going off cliffs too? Because the videos I saw, you're going through like the woods and things. When you're competing, are you going through like forests or going off cliffs when you're free riding, or what are you doing? Where are you going off?
You can free ride anywhere you want. People can free ride in the woods, in the forest, in the desert, anywhere you want. Anywhere there's like a hill, I guess. Probably you don't even need a hill. You can use like we're free riding in the city and just jumped off like walls.
Yeah, last time I rode a bike, I was free riding to the shops. So you get a vape pen.
Dodging traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought there was some timing element too. I have a video of you. I can't pull the video up, but it says it's on yours, Brett Tippie TV, and it says North Shore. I don't know where North Shore is.
That's North Vancouver.
It's in Hawaii.
Well, he said Vancouver.
Yeah, but
well, the North Shore, North Shore of
exist.
Hawaii is like the mecca for surfing, and the North Shore of Vancouver is a mecca for mountain biking. It's very steep and rooty and rocky.
Okay.
Here.
What's your worst injury, Brett?
Oh my God! Well, I've dislocated this shoulder, separated this shoulder, dislocated my elbow.
We're watching a video of you right now. Yeah.
I've seen my skull on the scar right here. I've seen my skull. I've seen my kneecaps. I've seen my elbow bones. I've seen my Achilles tendon. So tons of flesh wounds.
Yeah.
You've seen all that
and
stuff.
I had ripped myself wide open, and then I was looking at my bones, going, "Whoa, there's my bone. There's my skull." You know. And,
this looks beautiful where you're mountain biking, though. I know you're talking about horrific injuries right now, but the North Shore.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But I have to say, like, probably the most painful thing I ever did is I sucked my balls into my rear suspension. Back tire.
Yeah, just wait. He's telling you.
And they pulled them into the rear swing arm by the frame.
How low hanging are your balls? And why aren't you wearing pants, man?
Well, no, I had shorts, but it still sucked, like the shorts and my balls and pretty much in my whole package. Everything got sucked in, and I had to like rip my shorts out. And rip
but your dick was okay. Your dick was okay. Your balls were not, because I feel like they're part and parcel.
Well, they got burned by my rear tire because my rear tire was still spinning, and it was kept stuffing them into the frame, and
What do you mean
was all fun, and I stopped, and I stood up, and I had to actually pull them out, which hurt more than when I crashed because they were stuck in there, and I had to sit there and think about it for a minute, and then pull them out, and it was probably one of the most painful things I've ever experienced.
So wait, I just have to picture it. So you're riding along, you're in your shorts. What's the first thing that happens? You hit a bump and then your balls fall out of your shorts and then they go into the rear.
It was a steep slope, and then when I hit, there was a sharp G-out and there was a bunch of rocks, and it was sharper than I thought, and I was going pretty fast, and pretty much my bike stopped, and my body was still going and the rear tire was still going. Then I bounced, and then I was in a back position, so I'm in the back seat behind the seat when the rear tire, which is quite knobby and aggressive tire, grabbed my shorts and pulled my shorts into the frame,
shorts
swing arm, and it pulled my balls into the rear swing arm as well.
And did you get that on film? Because people like watching things like that.
Someone got it on film. Yeah.
Are your balls back to normal, or do they still lie? Is there scarring on your scrotum?
No, there was some burning, and they were a bit red and raw, but
did one of them fall out? Did you see your ball?
If you lose your left ball, is your right ball still your right ball?
Yeah.
Is your ball left?
And how long after the testicle incident did you knock one out? Did you leave it a week, a few days? What happened?
Oh no, I tested it right away.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the woods. You're waiting for someone to come and help you. You got time.
I actually went into the doctor for a checkup, and the doctor says, "I'm afraid you have to stop masturbating." And he says, "Why?" And I said, "Why? I love masturbating." And he said, "Well, I have to examine you first."
He's back.
They call him Horny Brett for a reason.
This is a video. This is a video I found. It says, You're going down like
he's
just
going
a cliff.
He's going down a rock.
Yeah, it's a giant rock.
It's like straight down.
I want to see the video of the testicles. I've seen people do
This
elite
is like,
things.
yeah. Anyways, there you go. That's an idea of what Brett's doing.
Do you still?
Hey, if you want to see a good one, Forrest, Google huge Tippy crash. And it's low quality, but you'll see a gnarly crash. And that one, I smacked my
here we
hip
go.
in my ass so hard that I couldn't shit for a month. I couldn't sleep for a month. I could barely have sex. It was quite gnarly.
Here we go. Huge Tippy crash. It's going down a cliff.
Yeah, over you goes. He was all right. Bit of fun. You were straight up onto your feet.
Wait, what happened there? Yeah, your leg's all fucked up. Oh
yeah, no, I smoked myself pretty good there.
Jesus.
But I went back and I tried it 4 times. I made it once.
25%. It's like baseball. If you're hitting 250, you're doing good.
So how did you get paid for this? Was it all sponsorship, or was there prize money for you driving off cliffs?
No, it's sponsorship. So, I break it down into frame sponsorship, suspension, tires, wheels. So, everything.
Scrotum tape.
That I can. So I ride for like YT bicycles, SR Suntour suspension, NV wheels, Magura brakes, Ergon grips and seats.
This is the thing with the seats, right? So I have a Peloton, right? You can see from the physique. And I also am a hemorrhoid guy. And also I like to protect my balls. So I've bought like a big wide seat.
Cushy.
Yeah, cushy seat, and it's got liquid and all that stuff. And even after,
is that a little gap in the middle too?
Yeah. I've made it as comfortable as what I need is a lazy boy recliner with pedals to really get my Peloton up to the next level. Don't you find those seats hurt your taint?
You know what? There's a company that I use called Ergon, and when you have the seat, there's a little groove, like a little valley, that doesn't rub on your taint or any of your plumbing down there.
But is your taint calloused up like a old man's heel?
Like a leathery old
could you bounce quarters off your taint if you roll back on you?
I don't know if my taint's any leatherier than it is
you got a cotton
anyone
spokes.
else, but I know that it's like I snowboard all winter, and then when I start mountain biking, I know that it's pretty raw and tender for the first couple of weeks. And then it's leathery for the rest of the season. But it's not visibly more leathery.
All right, so the free riding the
hemorrhoids I can't talk about. I don't know.
You never had hemorrhoids? Oh man.
No, well, not that I know of.
Maybe that's the key. You got to start mountain biking.
Yeah, I gotta stop bike riding without a seat.
Speaking of hemorrhoids, I want to know why they call them hemorrhoids when they come through the atmosphere, and they call asteroids hemorrhoids and hemorrhoids asteroids. They should switch those words around.
Well, they don't come out of the atmosphere.
No, he's saying it should be asteroids.
Asteroids.
Yeah.
And they're on your ass.
You have a lot of jokes.
You're just getting rid of
If you're from the North Pole to get Polaroids?
Brett, calm down. We got to get these questions. All right.
The North Pole to get polio.
So, as far as free ride mountain biking, like who started it and when? You said you were one of the godfathers and your thing. So, and then who is the best free rider? There you go. Is it you?
So it was started by myself and a fellow named Richie Slay and a guy named Wade Simmons.
Richie Slay would have got himself some pussy. I don't even need to see a
He
photo.
was a little lady killer.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
short,
Richie.
but he's got like blonde hair, California looking guy. He lives actually in Laguna now.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
he had the really blue eyes, and
Just
he was a lady
drowning
killer.
in pussy.
And, then there was Wade Simmons, and he's
Wade Simmons, he couldn't pick up chicks to save his life. Old Wade. Okay,
So they
Kelly,
called,
as
called Richie Slay the professional, and Wade Simmons the natural,
Yeah,
and Brett Tippie the rock star.
that's
was,
Richie
was
Slay
the
right
name
there.
of
yeah,
our,
Richie
of our team.
Richie Slade all day.
And so when you guys say like you just started going down mountains like or fort, right? That was until that point people were just kind of on trails.
Did you just ring up your friends each day going, we should keep riding down hills until eventually people notice?
Totally. I was racing snowboards, and I couldn't afford to go to New Zealand or South America like all my competitors. So I used to snowboard down gravel pits in the summer and down the rocks on my snowboard. and I did that for years for
You've
training.
hit your head a lot.
I have, yeah. And eventually, you don't want to crash anymore because it hurts. So you get really good and you get balance, and you don't fuck up. Because
I always think it's like when you see like skateboarders and they put the big truck tires on the skateboard. And this is my downhill cross country skateboard.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up.
So then you were hitting. So you decided to put some wheels on there and switch from snowboarding to mountain biking.
yeah, so I started riding my bike down there, and started jumping off cliffs and riding steep stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, the companies that were doing mountain biking were all doing, like, people in Lycra and exercise, and it was all pretty much about racing and fitness, and we were just having fun being yahoos and breaking beer bottles over our head and smoking fatties and being a bunch of yahoos, and all of a sudden they said, would you ride our bikes? And so we started doing this for the movies, and we started extreme mountain bike movies, and
Oh, so it was the original viral clips, right?
right.
Yeah. You and your Canadian mates drinking fatties. Okay, now what should we do? Let's go down a hill as fast as possible until one of us dies. Killer idea.
So no one's filming it.
Yeah. Oh no, we forgot to film it. Back up to the top. We lost Ricky on that one.
And who's the best free rider? Is it you?
No. I had the world record.
You gave me a point for
at
that,
one
though.
point for doing the biggest cliffs
Yeah.
in the world back in the old days. But a guy from the States, from Alaska,
Boo.
Josh Bender, went bigger than I did. And then a guy, Wade Simmons, actually went bigger than he did. And then a bunch of different people have gone bigger and bigger and bigger. And now people are doing backflips and 360s off the cliffs we used to do.
What countries?
even
What countries are the best? What are the like at the Olympics and stuff? Who always wins?
In free riding, the BC, Canada are all the best riders. Like the current Red Bull Rampage winner is Brett Reader, and he's from here in BC. He's originally from Ontario, though. And then the time before, Brandon Semenuk, who I would say is the best. Brandon Semenuk is a 5-time winner of the Red Bull Rampage. He's won Crankworks Joyride Slopestyle 5 times. His videos are... It's hard to even understand what he's doing because he's spinning and flipping and twisting and just lands so lightly all the time. He's amazing. I think he's the world's best.
What would it
Brandon
take
Semenuk.
for you to hang up your bike? Because it feels like you still do it. What would it take for you to go, that's enough of that? Because age comes to us all.
I don't think Brett goes as hard as he used to, right? You're a little bit...
No, I'm not going as hard as I used to. Yeah, I'll still jump off cliffs, but, I've jumped 25, 30-foot cliffs. And
Okay,
now
what I'm
maybe-
asking
maybe
is-
That's still hard,
15.
Brett.
What I'm asking is, Brett, inevitably, when you get into that wheelchair, and it's coming, are you going to put truck tires on the side?
Of course, and rad pipes, and a lip kit.
Yeah, you'll be like, I broke my leg today, didn't feel it. Saw my bone.
No, I don't think I'm never going to stop. I'm going to keep on doing it at one point. Like, what's that term I heard the other day? It was awesome. I don't want to age gracefully. I want to rage gracefully.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then what's best to wear while you're free riding? Light, airy, as a Hawaiian shirt, a muumuu,
Not those shorts
jacket?
you wore that one
Yeah,
time?
whatever you did. Yeah, whatever
Yeah,
that was.
bike pants would be the best way.
Right, yeah, it's a thicker material than what I was wearing that time. No, Jim nailed it. He goes, helmet and some pads.
a movie.
Although it's very cool and very vogue right now to wear not much padding. So people wear helmets and knee pads, and some people don't wear gloves. But I'm kind of old school. I wear elbow pads. I wear knee pads. If it's super gnarly, I will hip pads, and I wear a back protector. And if it's super gnarly, I use a Liette neck brace, which is a carbon fiber neck brace where your head can only go so far.
What would make it gnarly enough for a neck brace? What is the environment where you go, oh, this is neck brace gnarliness?
If you're doing something bigger than, say, a 15-foot drop, even a 10-foot drop, 10 to 15, once you start getting 10 to 15, 20, 25 feet, it's getting pretty physical, like a wham, big landing when you hit, big impact. And also very steep slopes that are chunky and rocky with cliffs around. Like, it doesn't always go well. And if you have a neck brace and say you stuck your face or your head into the ground, it'll save you from breaking your neck. You're 40% safer.
Do you have a mate
with
that
the
you
butt
don't like who you send down first just to see how you know?
Oh, like the buddy system?
Yeah, yeah.
That's when we ride around the bears and the wildlife. Use the buddy system. You just ride faster than your buddy.
There are bears, right? Yeah,
It's Canada.
No, but I'm pretty sure I saw a bear in Atlanta. I don't know what this.
It's not like you went, there are bears. Like, wherever there's mountain biking, there'll be bears. No, he's in Canada. There's bears
I
everywhere.
thought we were back in the Atlanta.
Yeah, there's lots of bears.
Okay.
What's a bear with no ear?
A buh.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's a fish with no eye? Yes.
Yeah.
What's a cow with 3 legs?
What's that? What's that?
What's a cow with 3 legs?
Dunno.
Lean beef.
Lean,
What's a cow with no legs?
lean beef. There's lean.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
What's a cow with 2 legs?
What do you call a dog with no legs?
Your mom.
Oh!
Too soon, Brett.
Yeah, my mum died, man. Terrible, Brett.
I'm sorry.
No, she was a cow, man.
Oh my god.
What do you call a dog with no legs? Doesn't matter. He's not coming.
What do you call a dog with no legs in Brass Falls?
And what?
Sparky.
Oh, it's about, okay.
All right, hang on.
What do you
guys.
call
Let's
a
get
woman
back.
who can
Guys.
stretch her legs from one end of a tennis court to another? A net.
That's good.
All right.
What do you call a lady with one leg? Eileen.
What's an Asian lady with 1 leg?
Forrest, get these guys back.
all right.
It's Irene, but we'll get in trouble.
Gone off the rails.
Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah, I knew the Asian joke, but he
What,
just
what,
said
is
it.
what is the original bike called? Was it a penny farthing?
Penny farthing was the original bike.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else here. We had another word here.
I didn't.
Okay. Penny farthing.
Wheelie movie?
Velocipede. I don't know what velocipede is.
Yeah, the penny farthing. Have you ever read a penny farthing?
Never ridden one, no.
Because when they did it on Jackass, it looked fucking dangerous. Like, obviously, they were trying to do jumps.
I saw one in Silver Lake one time.
That's
Somebody was riding one around.
You've got to tap along to get up there. Getting off it must be a fucking
It's
nightmare.
not convenient in any way.
There's no brakes. You just push the wheel backwards.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a Tesla.
Sort of.
The original.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's
Well,
no
there's
free
the
will.
crank is just on the wheel. So
Right.
you're pushing forward, and then if you want to slow, you push it backwards.
No, right. But how does that work in a Tesla?
That's what
Because
the
they decelerate. The wheels decelerate.
they do.
You don't use brake as you slow down. The wheels.
What advance in technology made changing gears on mountain bikes easier? Was it the multiple disc thing?
The multiple crank system.
Well, the multiple choice said derailleur, but Jim was actually right in that he said the multiple disc thing, which I think he meant to say is like, or what's actually called is a cassette. So there's a bunch of gears, all different sizes that go from
Just thought we
small
all
to
knew
big,
that already.
and the derailleur shifts the chain from all these different size sprockets.
That's called a
And so
cassette.
it's called a cassette. So he was partly right.
Okay.
Is there anywhere for bikes to go, or have we reached the summit?
You know what? There's people trying some crazy things like internal geared systems, but they're still
Right, what do
pretty
you
heavy.
think about changing
And the
gears?
chain seems to be the most efficient way with the derailleur and the cassette. But people are trying new things, new ways, and
I got a
The technology
system
never
where the
ends.
crank's up here, and you do it with your hands, and you steer with your feet.
well, yeah, they have like what they call recumbent bikes.
Yeah.
And if you want to see something funny, Kurt Boris on his Instagram, he jumps those and does gnarly slopes with those for a joke. He's a really good rider on a regular bike, but he goes and he does like free riding on a recumbent.
Have you ever met
pedaling
a
with his hands.
What's his name?
Kurt Boris, Voreis.
Have you
K-I-R-T.
have you ever
Super
met
talented.
have you ever met anyone who's ridden a unicycle who isn't a complete cunt? Every time,
You know what?
and there'll always be
no.
some bloke by the pool, and he's like, yeah, and just chatting to someone, sort of staying in the same bit. no, I just picked it up, bit of fun. And you're like, fuck, and then you're a street performer, and like every time you watch a street performer, they do one trick and they build up to it for fucking 40 minutes. All right, I'm gonna get these lit. Oh no, I fell off. Oh, I get back up. Oh, like that. Yeah, unicycle. You hear it from me. If you're a unicycle rider, everyone thinks you're a cunt.
They're always dressed weird.
Oh, yeah, they've always got suspenders.
What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle?
A well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle. What's the difference?
Yes.
Attire.
Attire.
What are different disciplines of mountain biking? What are different disciplines of mountain biking? Uphill, downhill, flat through trees.
This is an idea. Rollerblades, but with truck tires. You're real high up, right?
Wow, yeah.
You put 4 of them in a run like that, and then you go down like that.
This is a good jackass prank.
It's not a bad idea.
No, I think it would work.
So, what is that going to happen?
I don't know about that, but it would be interesting to see.
All right.
No, you were kind of close in the uphill, downhill. Like there is downhill, uphill, and downhill together is called cross country.
Right.
And then they have a different discipline that's new called enduro. It's not super new, but it's newer than the others, in which you are timed racing downhill, and the climbs are not timed. So you casually ride, and then you do a bunch of mini downhills, and that's enduro, and that's really hot right now. The downhill, like it says, is a downhill race, and cross country is like through the hills, roly-poly.
At the risk of being insensitive, is the mountain biking? I assume it's in it's in the Olympics, and it would be not. What's the one that the people are missing limbs? What's that Olympics
X Games?
Paralympics.
Paralympics. I assume it's in the Paralympics.
No, X Games too.
Is it in the Special Olympics?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know about that.
Hey, I don't know about that. You got
Said it twice now, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a good segue since the Olympics. What is the Red Bull Rampage? That's an event you were saying? What is?
Yeah, he was correct in that, Red Bull likes to do extreme events.
Sometimes you got to ride the bull.
Right, ride the bull.
Yeah.
And it's an event in Utah, which have big cliffs down in the desert. And my buddy, Wade Simmons, actually won the first one in 2001. And I competed back in the day. And it's an extreme freeride event.
Yeah, but the other competitors were just Mormons. Just like their tires get caught in the cranks.
A lot of things get caught in the cranks. But yeah, basically, you go to the top of the mountain. Everyone rides their own way down, take their own route, your own line, and then you're judged on how gnarly you do it, how smooth you do it, what kind of tricks you do, and they pick a winner who is the best free rider at that Red Bull Rampage, and that's like the unofficial World Championships of free riding. That's our Super Bowl.
The worst bike accident I ever had, right? I was on a BMX. We were at a caravan park. We used to caravan as a family, and I was riding around the caravan park, and it was getting a bit dark. And my brother was chasing me on his bike, so I thought I'd take a shortcut. And I went behind the caravans, and I fucking got clotheslined by the power cord going out the little power thing. The amount of pain, because that wire just went across my neck, and I flew off the back of the bike. But not only that, those people lost their electricity, and I could hear all these people going, "What the fuck?" And I'm
choking on the ground.
and I'm on the ground. Oh, dog!
Speaking of injuries, you mentioned a lot of your injuries. Is there any other injuries besides getting your balls caught in the wheels and breaking bones, stuff like that? Jim mentioned about. What's the worst one you've ever seen? Probably the balls. And wheels.
I smashed my tailbone trying a triple jump, whereas I was trying to jump over a 55-foot triple jump, and I smashed my ass. That I was actually I was paralyzed for a couple of minutes, and my legs kind of came back after a couple of minutes, and I crawled off the trail. And
is there a chance you're still in a coma and this is all a dream?
This very well could be. This could be the Matrix.
Yeah, I have a mate who was in a coma, and he said he dreamt the whole time through it. He said, he goes, I knew I wasn't flying. That for sure, I knew I wasn't flying. But he did believe that he won the lottery, and he believed it with all of his heart. So when his wife woke him up, he's like, well, at least we won that 10 million.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What? I broke my tailbone before. Not on biking. I broke it on water, jumping into water. Fun.
Oh yeah, water can be like concrete if you jump high enough.
I was jumping from very high. I was drunk. It the middle of the night, and I landed just right where it broke the tip of my tailbone, and I didn't know.
Was it into a pool?
No, it was into a canal, like attached to the ocean.
You could have died.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't smart. I was 17 years old, you know. But and then
I was smart at 17.
Then the next day I woke up and I couldn't move I thought I was paralyzed. Like same thing for I was like, and I'm trying to wake up my hungover friends. Fun time. And then they were like,
it's called your coccyx.
Coccyx. And then the doctor was like, well, there's nothing you can do. We can give you some like painkillers, but also here's this giant donut pillow that you have to sit on when you're in class in high school. And I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Not bringing a donut pillow and sitting on high school. So I just suffered for just sat like sideways for about 2 months. Fun.
Jeez.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah. All right. What is the record speed for mountain biking downhill, miles per hour? Was it Simon Buckley?
It was not Simon Buckley, and it was actually 141 miles an hour.
Yeah, but Simon did faster than that. And that was before Australians keep record. We didn't write things down. There's some cave paintings that
100. Okay. Anyways, 141 miles an hour. How?
Yeah.
What was he going down?
Alps by Eric Baron, and he did it at 56 years old. It's a crazy old French guy.
141. Like that seems.
And what was the environment that he did it on? What was the hill?
It was on snow.
Anyone can go fast on snow. It's slippery.
You go for it. 141 miles.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I do other things.
Yeah. How do you ride a bike? We're talking about bikes this episode.
Right, but like, how do you ride a mountain bike through snow?
You put chains on your tires.
I don't know. Was it hard snow, soft
snow?
snow?
I don't know. You can ask Brett.
Yeah, how do you ride a bike in snow?
Pretty hard snow. It was like it was a speed skiing track where the guys go down with the 240 centimeter skis and the rubber suits and the tapered aerodynamic helmets. And the people ski down there, and he decided.
Oh, it's like the ski jump, like Eddie the Eagle.
No, not ski jump. It's just a big long slope, actually, with a big rounded out run that eventually flattened out.
Why don't you do? Would you do the ski jump, like Eddie the Eagle?
God, no.
Why not?
I've know some friends who did that, and they broke a lot of bones because it's not. They didn't do it in the snow. They did it like when it was the green carpet in the summer.
Yeah.
And they hit it, and they flew so far, they started going, and the front end started dropping. And by the time they hit, I don't know how many feet they went, but it was a long ways. But they didn't land on their bike.
But good video, man. Good video. That's how you get that Red Bull money, man.
What's the longest recorded dirt jump distance? Is it 120 feet, 36 meters, or whatever that comes out to?
No, it's longer. It's actually 141 again. 141 feet by Fabio Vidmer in 2018.
That wasn't fun.
Again, in the snow.
Close. Yeah.
What, in the snow? Well, that's not dirt at all then. We were talking about the dirt.
No.
If you asked me snow, I would have said 141 all day.
Yeah, true. I did say dirt.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, Jim. And then I missed this question. When did the off-road racing start? Like when? And I think maybe you touched on that. Maybe when they started paying you guys. I don't know.
Well, there was some small little independent events, but they first brought a full World Cup together in a World Championship in 1990, and a girl that I know, actually, Ella D. Brown, got the silver medal in the downhill, and the girl who won was a massage therapist, and it was such a small little scene that she gave up one of the prizes for the podium as a massage, and so she actually won the event and then to massage the girl who got second. So I said, "What?
Oh, that is a happy ending."
Yeah, that's a porn I'd like to watch.
Brett, you didn't tell us if the girl was hot, though. What about her tits?
Yeah.
You keep telling us about all these girls' body parts.
Yeah, the women in the mountain bike the world. That's,
a lot of hot women, huh?
Yeah, you wanted to protect that. Otherwise, blokes like me will just show up to mountain bike races.
Tell a couple jokes.
All right, we jumped around a lot, but I think we got all the questions here. All right, cool. Now's the part of our show called Dinner Party Facts. Brett, we ask our guests to give us a fact, something obscure, interesting about this topic they can use to impress people at a dinner party. What do you got?
Oh, okay. Well, something random. The longest wheelie in the world is 55 miles.
Oh, what's it wheelie?
55.15 miles.
Yeah, this is a disease that's happened in this podcast.
50 miles.
Oh, wait, on a bicycle or is that motorized?
No, on a bicycle.
No, on a bicycle. Yeah, it took him 11 hours, and he was in the Anaheim Convention Center. A guy named Kurt Osborne And he, in 1998, wheelied 55 miles without stopping.
That is impressive.
Yeah, without a break.
And before social media.
Right. What's the point?
Right.
Remarkable. Why would he even do it?
Yeah. There's no TikTok.
Yeah, no one's going to fucking spread the word. You do that today,
And
you
then,
get a few likes.
In 1 hour, there's a fellow that wheelied 19 miles.
Yeah, that's more.
Manuel Scheidinger in Europe. And the fastest wheelie that's ever been recorded is 86 miles an hour by a guy from Hawaii.
Oh, I did one way
Bobby
faster.
Root.
It was like a second.
Wait. But you mean he was going downhill a mountain, going 86 and wheeling?
Yeah, he was actually drafting a car, and it was for a movie called New World Disorder, and NWD1 we call it. And he was flying behind this car, and then he popped a wheelie, and the car was like just sucking him in the draft like NASCAR, and he was wheeling at 86 miles an hour on camera.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
All right, Brett. Take care of yourself. All right. Brett Tippie, thank you for being here. Again, you can find him on Instagram. His handle is Brett Tippie. That's BRETTTIPPIE. And then check out his YouTube channel, Brett Tippie Official. Thanks for being here.
Thanks
for having me.
Thanks being on the podcast, Brett. It was gnarly. If you're ever at a party and someone comes up to you and goes, I've got the fastest wheelie ever, you go, I don't know about that. Then you walk away. Good night,
We know
Australia.
the true facts. Keep on rocking. Thanks for having me. Great to meet you. And
Thank you
talk
so
to all
much,
later.
Thanks for having you, mate.
This will come out
right on.
on the 21st. Yeah, 21st.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
All right, we lost him.
Oh, no, he's
There he is. He's back.
Oh,
Did you hear me? This will come out on the 21st, so we'll make sure to tag
on the
you.
21st.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Perfect.
Make sure, hey, Forrest, I sent you some other questions
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to love.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to get to those. Sorry about that. We didn't.
Oh, dude.
This was
Those
just
are some good
this
ones
is
that Jim
different
would
terms.
actually go off on.
What do you think these mean?
Bonus clip.
Huh?
Yeah, bonus
All right,
clip.
go on.
Putting on fresh rubber.
Putting on fresh rubber, that's new tires.
Okay.
Yes?
Tighten your nipples.
That would be tightening your gears, your cord on your brakes and all that.
All right. What about pump the
Well, the
trannies?
nipples on the spokes.
Ah. Okay, nipples on pump the trannies.
Pump the trannies.
Yeah.
You can't say it anymore.
Well, in the bike world, you can, I guess.
I don't know about that.
It means melt the
No.
transitions. So you're pulling up on the uphills and pushing down on the little mini downhills. Pumping the transitions. It's called pump the trannies.
Pump the
Okay.
trannies.
Squash or pop the lip.
Well, that's when you have sex with a transsexual.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, that's when you go up and jump, and if you squash it, you suck up the jump so you don't go as big. If you pop it, you push, and then you go for extra pop, extra air.
All right, Kelvin Weir. Superstitiously drop your helmet. What does that mean?
Superstitiously drop your helmet. You're not meant to drop your helmet. It's a superstition. If you do that, it's bad luck.
Is that true, Brett?
No, exact opposite. Some people, I don't do it because I think it's stupid because I want my helmet to be brand new. But some people, when they get a brand new helmet, they get their first crash out of the way before the hover wheel crash just by dropping their helmet. And then they figure that then they're safe. It's kind of a thing that some guys do.
Oh, so that it's not flimsy. So you go, oh, this one works.
And then here,
Yeah, well, and then it's just like, it's kind of like, it just kind of got it out of the way, I guess.
here's one more. Okay, you're not slowing down. Do you need a bleed? What does that mean?
Oh, that's when your wife's complaining. When you're in the shops and she's not moving as fast as you. Do you need to
No, it's
bleed?
when your brakes aren't working and
Oh,
you need
my.
to bleed your brakes. Hey, did you hear about the guy that was addicted to brake fluid?
What?
He says he can stop anytime.
That was your best one.
He can't help himself. He's
Did
like,
you
I
hear
don't want
about the guy
to
that's
go.
afraid of speed bumps?
Right? No, I didn't
Slowly
hear.
getting over it.
Oh, he's still not getting over it. There you go. They're all puns.
Oh, yeah, Brett's got a million.
I've got a comedian for you that you're going to enjoy. Google Tim Vine.
Okay.
Tim Vine does a 1 hour show of just those jokes. He's got about 5 specials. There's hours and hours and hours. It's like, I just got a job at a bowling alley. Not full-time, temping.
That's good.
You're killing Brett's already
Awesome.
laughing.
Yeah.
love it.
Tim Vine.
Google him for sure.
Tim Vine's your guy. Tim Vine.
Awesome.
Brett,
right.
thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you. Have a
Right on,
great
guys.
weekend.
Have a good one, everybody. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, Brett.
Ow.